In the 1 minute. In the very first pages of the Bible, it is written, and I quote, "As men began to multiply on earth, God saw that mankind was becoming increasingly evil, that their hearts and thoughts were constantly after what is wrong and evil in God's eyes. God was very sad and regretted that he made men on his earth. He said, 'I will wipe out the human race that I have created from the face of the earth, together with all animals and birds. I regret I ever made them.' But then God considered Noah. Noah was a very righteous man, the only blameless person there was, who lived just as God demanded it. And God decided to be gracious to him and to let humanity survive through him. Did you notice what terrible opinion God has of us humans? The thoughts of their hearts, he said, and their deeds are constantly after what is evil, bad in God's eyes. And his opinion of us has not changed. Throughout the Bible, God keeps on accusing us of being totally self-centered and downright ungodly. And for those who live in our times, he says, in the last days, people will above all love themselves and money. They will be proud, arrogant, and against God himself, abusive, heartless, loving pleasure rather than loving God, etc. They will appear to be good and just, but will not be able to hide their wickedness that will be made evident to all because of their actions. Man's heart, he says, is not only utterly wicked, but also utterly deceitful. It fools them into thinking that they are good. We should not trust our heart when it tells us that in spite of all our faults, we are good. No, we are not good. If most of us have not done terrible sins during our lifetime, it is simply because we did not have the opportunity to do the evil that we would have done if we were given the chance. For us to understand how evil our heart is, we only need to imagine how many shameful things we would do if we were absolutely certain that no matter what we did, no one would ever know about it, and there will be no unwanted consequences. Be honest with yourself and let your thoughts drift to where your heart's desires really are, what you would have done if you were given the chance. And you will have to admit that you are not as good as you think you are. This is how God sees what is in your heart and mine. It is utterly despicable. Perhaps then you will realize that just like myself, you badly need Jesus to come into your heart and life, for him to change it from inside out, or at least that he may put in it fear and dread of God, so that we may deny ourselves and resist temptation if such opportunities were ever to arise. God, however, will never condemn us because we have an evil heart, because of what we would have done if we had the chance. It would not be just. He will condemn us, rather, because of the evil that we have actually done. And believe him when he says that there is enough of it to send you to hell. However, for those of us who allow Jesus to soften our hearts and transform us from within, God will choose to overlook our sins and be gracious and forgiving to us, allowing us in His eternal kingdom. He only wants such kind of people in His heavenly home. Do not waste any time, therefore. Get on your knees and pray. Invite Jesus to enter your heart, to change it, and to rule it. If you invite Him in all honesty, He will give you His Spirit that will change your heart from the inside out. And you will not only change for the better, but you will also live, one day, forever near God, where happiness is paramount.